Look who's waiting for me. Hey Nella. Hello. Today I want to talk about rejection. Rejection is one of the most painful human experiences, and most of us will do almost anything to avoid it. We stay silent when we should speak, we hide who we are, we make ourselves smaller, we say yes when we mean no, all to avoid the possibility of being rejected. And I want to talk about this because rejection is one of the biggest things that holds people back from living their authentic lives. So let's start with the basics. What is rejection? Rejection is when someone says no to you, when they don't choose you, when they don't want what you are offering. It could be romantic rejection, it could be professional rejection, it could be social rejection. But whatever form it takes, it feels the same. It feels like you are not enough. And here's the thing about that feeling, it's not actually true, but your nervous system believes it is because rejection triggers something primal in us. Evolutionarily, being rejected from the tribe meant death. It meant you couldn't survive. So your nervous system treats rejection like a threat to your survival, and it responds with pain, real physical pain. Studies show that rejection activates the same neural pathways as physical pain. So when you are rejected, you are not just emotionally hurt, you are physically hurt as well. And that's why rejection feels so devastating. But here's what's important to understand: rejection isn't about you not being enough. Rejection is about fit. When someone rejects you, they are not saying you are not worthy. They are saying this isn't a fit for me. And that's a completely different thing. Think about it like this: if you apply for a job and you don't get it, it doesn't mean you are not capable. It means that job wasn't the right fit. Maybe they needed someone with different skills. Maybe the culture wasn't right for you. Maybe the timing was off. It has nothing to do with your worth. But your nervous system doesn't see it that way. Your nervous system sees rejection and thinks, I am not enough. And that belief gets stored and it shapes how you move through the world. So here's what happens. If you've been rejected, if you've experienced that pain, your nervous system learns being myself is dangerous. Being seen is dangerous. Asking for what I want is dangerous. So you start to hide. You start to make yourself smaller. You start to say yes to things you don't want, all to avoid rejection. But here's the problem: when you hide, when you make yourself smaller, when you say yes to things you don't want, you are rejecting yourself. You are abandoning yourself to avoid someone else abandoning you. And that's worse. That's a worse pain than rejection. That's a slow erosion of your soul, of who you are. So here's what I want you to understand: rejection is inevitable, it's going to happen, and that's okay. Because rejection isn't a sign that you are not enough, it's a sign that you are being authentic. Think about it. The only way to avoid rejection is to never ask for anything, never pursue anything, never be yourself. But that's not living, that's hiding. So rejection is actually a sign that you are brave enough to be seen. You are brave enough to ask for what you want. You are brave enough to be yourself. And yes, it hurts, but it's a good hurt. It's the hurt of growth. We've all been through that. Here's what I want you to do. First, acknowledge the pain. Don't bypass it with toxic positivity. If you've been rejected, you are allowed to feel sad. You are allowed to feel hurt. You are allowed to grieve. Feel it fully. Let it move through you. Second, separate the rejection from your worth. Say this to yourself: I was rejected and I'm still worthy. The rejection is about fit, not about my value. Repeat it until you believe it, because it's true. Third, ask yourself, what did I learn? Maybe you learned something about what you actually want. Maybe you learned something about what you won't accept anymore. Maybe you learned that you are braver than you thought. Fourth, keep going. Don't let one rejection stop you from asking for what you want. Because here's the truth: every successful person has been rejected, and many times. The difference between people who succeed and the people who don't isn't that they don't get rejected. It's that they don't let rejection stop them. They feel the pain, they learn from it, and they keep going. So here's what I want you to know: your fear of rejection is keeping you from your life. It's keeping you from pursuing your dreams. It's keeping you from being yourself. It's keeping you from connecting authentically with others. And that cost is too high. So, yes, you might get rejected, but you will survive it. And on the other side of that rejection, you will find people who do choose you. You will find opportunities that do fit. You will find a life that feels authentic. So here's my question for you: what are you not asking for because you are afraid of rejection? What are you not pursuing? What are you not saying? And what would it feel like to ask anyway? To risk rejection, to be brave enough to be seen, because that's where your real life is, on the other side of that fear. And you, my friend, you are brave enough to get there.